For centuries, tales have been told of Sun Wukong, the legendary Monkey King. But forget all that, because in this game, Wukong is whoever survives long enough to actually finish it. Welcome to Black Myth Wukong. A game so smooth, so next level, it's hard to believe is already here. And after 2 minutes of playing, you'll realize it kinda isn't. But it's fine, here, have some frame generation. Game science already knew you'd get lost. That's why there are invisible walls everywhere. And hey, at least they're invisible. For all we know, they could have gone with something worse. But let's be real. Exploration is just a distraction. You're here for the combat. The fluid, precise, skill-based system that rewards patience, strategy, and... Nah, just kidding. The bosses are here to ruin your life. You thought the fight was over? That's adorable. We just hit the tutorial phase, and if the game feels smooth, congratulations. That just means your death was definitely your fault. So don't worry about the hitboxes being a little creative. Just get better. Or, spend a full day grinding chapter 1 and show them who is the boss. Otherwise, you'll be making the same long, painful trek from your last checkpoint over and over. Somewhere out there, Pollyanna is probably saying, "Golly, every failure is just another chance to improve." But let's be real, she quit after the first boss and go start a gardening channel. Meanwhile, you're here, stuck in an endless loop of "I almost had it," and okay, one more try. Slowly transforming into the kind of person who yells at their monitor like it owes them money. But at least the combat is fair, right? See, Wukong's combat is all about skill, patience, and precise timing. But also, hope. Because no matter how well you play, the game always has one more trick up its sleeve. And let's not forget the best part, the moment you start feeling confident. That's when the game gets personal. Bosses can sense when you're having a good time and respond accordingly. Oh, and if you think maybe you'll take a break, do a little side quest, talk to some NPCs, well, good luck with that. NPCs in this game have the emotional range of a plank of wood. Side quests? Technically, they exist. Kinda. If by side quest, you mean occasionally finding an NPC who sends you off to die somewhere else. And speaking of enemies, let's talk about the real powerhouses in this game. The random grunts. Bosses are terrifying, sure, but nothing humbles you faster than a temple monk in pajamas who can move faster than light. And just when you thought combat was tough, wait till you experience the storytelling. The game assumes you are intimately familiar with Journey to the West. You don't know the lore? That's a you problem. Meanwhile, American games will spend 30 minutes making sure you understand basic movement mechanics. But don't worry, there's always environmental storytelling, if you can find it. Speaking of doing things in a different way, let's talk about parrying. Parrying works, except when it doesn't. And when it doesn't, well, that's just a skill issue. Or maybe it's the translation issue. Either way, it's your fault. At this point, you might as well accept your fate. Every fight is mandatory, every boss has at least one attack that feels like it was designed to personally offend you, and the game itself exists solely to test your patience. But why are you still playing? Because deep down you love it. Because for all the suffering, the cheap deaths, the frame drops, the mysterious hitboxes, Black Myth Wukong actually delivers. It's a Soulslike that actually looks like the trailer, a concept so rare you might not understand at first. And while some studios release unfinished games and call them live service experiences, Wukong actually added things. Map? Now it has one. New game mode? Now there is. Extra polish? Done. Meanwhile, Ubisoft is still out here releasing open worlds that feel procedurally generated by a bored intern. So yeah, Wukong wants you to suffer, and you will. But at least for once, a game is making you suffer exactly the way it promised. But let's be real. Despite all the suffering, frame drops, and questionable hitboxes, I still think this game is incredible. It's one of the most ambitious and visually stunning Souls-likes ever made, and honestly, it should have taken home Game of the Year award. Because if enduring absolute pain in the most beautiful way possible isn't an award-worthy experience, then I don't know what is.